And on the eighth day, God made a provider. Brought to you by Pass-Through Productions, in partnership with Next Hunting Products. It's 4 a.m., and you can't even reach the alarm clock before the voices in your head start telling you it's too early. And while that sinful side of your brain keeps telling you to hit the snooze button, the provider in you is telling you to get up. Providing is your means of survival. So when that moment comes for you to taste victory, tune out the hundreds of little voices in your head telling you you aren't ready, and instead listen to that lone voice deep inside your heart that says this is your time. You are a provider. You have prepared. Today is your day. So rise and shine. Welcome to the grind.
Welcome to this week's show on the Providers. This week we're going to feature this guy right here on a solo mission out there trying to get it done during deer season. Hopefully the hunt we're on right now, he appreciates that much more because he has me filming and he knows all about going out on his own when he has to.
Yeah, that's one of the rarities where I'm fortunate enough to have a camera guy out here with me, so that's kind of exciting. Number one, it makes it a little more fun for me, but I work such a weird work schedule that I've kind of had to learn to get it done by myself sometimes, and last year during deer season was no exception, and I guess that's what we're going to be following this week, so enjoy this week's show.
Next scent dispensers, used to attract any game. No more stinky hands, no more spills, no more smelly clothes, no more wasted scents. Easy cleaning, scent when you want it, no scent when you don't. Next Hunting Products.
Now Greg was out on this hunt, just got permission on this property, pretty much had scouted it once, picked a good spot, went out there with your climber and set up. Now, what people underestimate is the element of surprise with deer hunting. You go out there and there's a lot to be said about going out and prepping your stands early and doing things like that. There's also a lot to be said about just going into a spot, getting up there, first time. How many times do you hear the first time out, I saw the big one? First time I was in there, that's when I got the most action. And it's that element of surprise that really helps out. So once in a while during a season, even if it's your own woods and you know it like the back of your hand, go into a different spot with your climber, get up in there and surprise them.
Well everybody, it's October 19th. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I just got settled into my stand here, hunting a spot in Ingham County, to be honest with you, that I just got permission on, but one of those spots that I've wanted permission on for a long time. I am out here by myself. Being an early Friday afternoon, everybody's still at work, so out here doing some self-filming with the main camera here, and I've also got the GoPro running, so I know this is a great woods for deer. I've got a lot of bedding, I've got a couple of big ponds in here. I just walked through it when I got permission yesterday, and I've got just deer traveling everywhere through here. I've got major runways, I've got scrapes, I've got rubs, and basically what I did for tonight, I brought in my climber. I haven't even set up any stands yet, and I've got myself set up pretty much right in the center of the woods, kind of between a big open low area. Most years, to be honest with you, this is probably full of water where I'm at, and headed up to a little higher ridge and just overlooking one of these major highways. I'm going to sit all night tonight and hope I can catch a glimpse of some deer, hopefully a good buck. So we've got an idea what we're looking at for this spot for the rest of the season. So kind of taking a shot in the dark, but you know what, can't kill them sitting on the couch. So here we are, and hopefully the rain holds off and we can have a beautiful hunt tonight.
Well, even though I was on a new piece of property, I still tend to get a little bit impatient, and having an annoying squirrel in the tree next to me drives me more crazy than anything in the world. And there was one squirrel that just pushed me over the edge, and I had to take action on it.
Well, going with the fact that I'm a perfect shot, I'm gonna go with the theory that that squirrel jumped my string. So I reload and now it's personal. Well, that was one squirrel that didn't need to be around. He's been running around driving me nuts here for the last hour or so. Got a squirrel to take home for some food tonight. Now it's time to get serious. There's gotta be deer.
So I get settled back into my climber after I shoot this squirrel, get the bow reloaded, get the cameras and everything back where I need them to be, pull out my cell phone, start checking some emails, and right after the break, you're going to see what caused me to have this reaction.
The providers. A lot of people ask us, why do we wear pass-through outdoor gear? Besides knowing that it's 100% USA made, I guess we've been too busy being successful in it to think about it. Pass-through outdoor gear, 100% USA made with hardcore hunters in mind. With its state-of-the-art construction and dissimulation pattern, it allows you to quit hiding and start hunting. Get yours at passthroughoutdoorgear.us.
Pass-Through Productions is proud to bring to you The Providers. If you like what you're seeing on today's show, feel free to come visit us on the web at www.passthroughproductions.com. Here, you will get to see members of Team PTP bring you more exciting hunts that didn't quite make it on the show. And don't forget, the best way to stay in touch with Team PTP is on the Pass-Through Productions Facebook page. Pass-Through Productions is your choice for blue-collar reality hunting. The spring-loaded Q-Safe is the safest and only movable anchor strap on the market today. How do we know? We put our lives in its hands every time we step foot in a tree. Let's be honest, nobody plans on falling unexpectedly, but if an accident were to happen, the spring-loaded Q-Safe could be the difference between seeing another day or meeting the end of the road. So here at Pass-Through Productions, we can think of hundreds of reasons to wear a Q-Safe safety strap. Can you? Make a decision for your family's well-being at blindedhunting.com.
The Providers is brought to you by Next Hunting Products, innovative solutions for today's hunters.
I couldn't believe it. I had only been sitting for an hour when I first spot this buck. Going by the fact that this buck was 90 yards away and heading in the opposite direction, I had to get aggressive quickly, which tends to be my style anyways, to keep him from heading away from me.
Now, when you say aggressive, typically people in Michigan, when they're hunting on Michigan ground like you were doing, will throw maybe a grunt here or there, maybe rattle a little bit.
I rattle a lot.
Greg pretty much doesn't understand that. He thinks he's in Iowa or Kansas, where he can grunt and rattle away like crazy. And most of the time when I do stuff like that, the deer just heads in the opposite direction. But somehow he's got it dialed, so whatever works for you, I guess.
Now I'm trying to get the best footage that I can and keep my composure at the same time. I don't know if I'm doing a good job at it or not.
He had no clue you were there whatsoever. Wasn't even nervous at all. Just strolled right in. And that element of surprise really helps out with that.
Well, believe it or not, the angle this deer was coming from actually had my wind blowing right towards him. But I think two things were good for me. Number one, I was in my climber and I was in a tall straight tree. It allowed me to get about 30 plus feet off the ground, probably, I'd say around 30 feet. But I was up plenty high for my wind to travel right over the top of him.
Meh. I had to put a second arrow in him. I obviously spined him, but the second one just did the trick. Give him some time, make a couple phone calls, and then we're gonna go down, put my hands on my biggest buck to date. First day hunting some new property. Oh, I'm so pumped, you guys. I'm about ready to cry. He's dead right in front of me. I spined him at 35. Got my boy Gary coming out. My wife Erica's gonna ride out with him. You guys, I'm not kidding you. This is gonna be the biggest deer that I've taken. And I've hunted hard this week, and I'm just excited to get down there and put my hands on it, but I am not making a move until they get here. The providers.
The ultimate hunt. We get so wrapped up in it that we only think of ourselves. Luckily for us, there is a company thinking about our goal before we even know it exists. Timber Freak Game Calls takes an ordinary day in the woods and gives you a chance for something extraordinary. 100% handmade in mid-Michigan. And after all our time in preparation, it's amazing to think that our ultimate hunt started with just a block of wood. Get your hunt started at timberfreakgamecalls.com. Have you ever considered that the day you shot your trophy, you were the only person to see the beauty of that animal alive? Then why would you trust just any taxidermist to bring it back to life for everyone else to see on display? Custom Taxidermy by Chris Carls is a multiple award-winning taxidermist, including a state champion whitetail award. Chris specializes in multiple species, and every time you see that trophy on the wall, you live that hunt all over again. So give Chris a call at 517-896-9239.
Pass-Through Productions is proud to bring to you The Providers. If you like what you're seeing on today's show, feel free to come visit us on the web at www.passthroughproductions.com. Here, you will get to see members of Team PTP bring you more exciting hunts that didn't quite make it on the show.
We also give you tech tips and some delicious cooking recipes as well for your wild game. And don't forget, the best way to stay in touch with Team PTP and the rest of the hunting community is on the Pass-Through Productions Facebook page. Don't forget to stop by and post your pictures, and check us out daily to see what our free giveaways are going to be. Pass-Through Productions is your choice for blue-collar reality hunting. The Providers is brought to you by Next Hunting Products, innovative solutions for today's hunters.
So what did you think about your shot placement?
It sucked.
Well, you didn't have to track him very far.
That's true. The shot placement there, not something I'm proud of by any means, but there were a lot of things that came into play on that. Number one, something I know I could have corrected is I could have probably had that area ranged, because I knew I had a good shot coming through that. Trying to run camera and make sure I had that all where it needed to be, in focus, get my bow, that kind of thing. I'm the first person to admit that I probably took a poor shot, not knowing what my range and that type of thing was on that deer.
Yeah, the main thing is though, once he went down, you did the ethical thing and you put another arrow into him as soon as possible and made sure that he had expired right away.
The other thing that comes into play with that too is the more you practice during the summer with your bow, the more you get comfortable. You know, even in the summer, try to get up in a tree stand and shoot your bow out of a tree stand and get an idea what your ranges are. I knew he was roughly 35 yards. I think when I ranged him after the fact, he was just inside of it, 33 or something like that. But I had a basic concept in my head of roughly where I needed to put that pin. Between that, you know, the deer duck and the arrow, I was happy that the deer was broadside. I think I did a good job waiting for him to get broadside, especially having to do that second movement with the camera to really try to get him in frame there. I was fine with how the deer was placed, and like I said, luckily some of my practice during the summer and stuff, I think, helped me get a close enough range on him to make the shot that I did.
Gary and Erica show up, and I can't wait to go get my hands on my buck.
Got my double arrow shot in him here. Get this out of the way. Beautiful buck. First time back on this property today, and just set up in an area where I thought they were cruising between. Look at the curl on that brow tine right there. Just a beautiful, beautiful deer. Well, one thing I didn't notice before I shot him is this big wound. Actually a lump on the side of his face here. Looks like he had to have caught it on something at some point. Doesn't look super fresh. In fact, actually it's pretty hard and scabbed over, so looked like something he was definitely going to survive with, but kind of a odd characteristic to have.
Yeah, it was one of those things where I got lucky enough to put myself in a position where I knew deer were, based off of runs, scrapes, that kind of deal. But the other couple of things I had going for me is, like he said, the element of surprise, but I also got a real nice light rain shower about 15 minutes into the hunt, and I'm pretty sure that's what brought that deer out early, you know, mid-afternoon, to come around and recheck that scrape line that he'd been hitting. So I had a lot of things going for me here that I was fortunate enough to be able to seal the deal on the first trip out.
The Providers. Your climber's on your back. You know he's in there. There's no better wind than today to plan the perfect ambush. The Q-Safe strap not only allows you to be stealthy, but also quiet as you make your way up the tree. Shooting the buck of a lifetime is always the goal, but knowing that you were safe from the time you left the ground is the ultimate achievement. Don't let today's hunt be your last. Get your Q-Safe today at blindedhunting.com. Pass-Through Productions is proud to bring to you The Providers. If you like what you're seeing on today's show, feel free to come visit us on the web at www.passthroughproductions.com. Here, you will get to see members of Team PTP bring you more exciting hunts that didn't quite make it on the show. We also give you tech tips and some delicious cooking recipes as well for your wild game. And don't forget, the best way to stay in touch with Team PTP and the rest of the hunting community is on the Pass-Through Productions Facebook page. Don't forget to stop by and post your pictures, and check us out daily to see what our free giveaways are going to be. Pass-Through Productions is your choice for blue-collar reality hunting.
Have you ever considered that the day you shot your trophy, you were the only person to see the beauty of that animal alive? Then why would you trust just any taxidermist to bring it back to life for everyone else to see on display? Custom Taxidermy by Chris Carls is a multiple award-winning taxidermist, including a state champion whitetail award. Chris specializes in multiple species, and every time you see that trophy on the wall, you live that hunt all over again. So give Chris a call at 517-896-9239. The Providers is brought to you by Next Hunting Products, innovative solutions for today's hunters.
Welcome back to The Providers. This time we'd like to show you a little bonus footage.
Yeah, you know, we're out here turkey hunting today, and it's spring in Michigan, and last year, not this year, because this year is not going well at all, for me anyways, but last year Steve and I were able to get ourselves on a couple of turkeys, and this week we're going to start off showing you Steve's hunt that I videotaped him on, and then we're going to flip-flop roll. Steve's going to jump behind the camera, and we're going to show you my bow hunt from last year's turkey season.
Hey, you grab the slate call. I'll use my mouth call at the same time. I think they're just beyond this ridge. If we can make it sound like a couple of birds, we might be able to get them to come right back in.
Alright. Just go back and forth with each other.
Just be patient.
Yeah. Keep watching that ridge up there. Steve, I got him. No, I see a bird left. I see a bird left right now. He's behind this tree. Just sit tight. Just sit tight. He's coming right at you, Steve. He's coming right down the row of trees. He's 20 yards. Coming right. I'm on him. Wait. You tell me when. Wait. Unless he starts to run and shoot. I'm on him.
Boy, that bird got me all shook up. Holy cow. Whew. That was exciting. Oh my God.
You always like it when you're sitting right behind the fan. Whew. job, baby.
Thank you.
I have to go to work. Is it that time already?
Yeah.
That's the joy of having a full-time job and trying to make a hunt and television show, I guess, is still got to be able to pay the bills. So we're going to get out of here. It was fun being able to show you guys my hunt this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was also kind of fun being able to show you that Steve and I can be successful in the turkey woods together, contrary to what today's been like.
Right.
Make sure you guys tune in next week. We're going to be tagging along with Jason Morton, and this guy put quite a 2012 fall together. Not even fall, it was spring to fall. Being able to pattern a buck that he found real early in the season, and he's going to show us how he made all that happen with his girlfriend running the camera for him. So it was kind of cool that they got to do all that together as well. And we'll see you next week.
I could do my I got a feeling dance.
Yeah.
Next scent dispensers, used to attract any game. No more stinky hands, no more spills, no more smelly clothes, no more wasted scents. Easy cleaning, scent when you want it, no scent when you don't. Next Hunting Products.